Welcome to the video. So today we will be discussing the Candies and Two Sisters question in code forces, the approach and the solution to the same. So the question goes something like this: there are two sisters, Alice and Betty, and you have n candies, and you want to distribute these n candies between the two sisters in such a way that Alice will get at least one candy, Betty will get at least one candy, and each of the sisters will get integer number of candies, and Alice will get greater amount of candies than Betty, that is A greater than B, and all the candies will be given to one of the two sisters, that is A plus B will be equal to n. So our task is to calculate the number of ways to distribute this exactly n candies between the two sisters, right? So it's also given all the candies are indistinguishable. Okay. So formally, essentially, we would want to find out the number of ways to represent n as a sum of a and b. That is, that a and b will be positive integers, right? And also a is greater than b. Okay. So we are given three test cases, and we'll have to find out the value for all the test cases. The first line of the input has the number of test cases that will follow, and each test case will have a single integer n representing n, and we'll have to output the number of ways in which the candies can be distributed between these two sisters. Okay. So let us just take an example and see. Right. Cool. So let us just say we have 5 candies. Okay, these can be distributed between Alice and Betty in these ways, right? There are two people, so I can give one to Alice. It is also given that A should be greater than B, right? A should be greater than B. So I cannot give one candy to Alice, right? I'll start with 4 to Alice and 1 to Betty, right? This follows all the rules which are given. I can say I'll give 3 to Betty and Alice and 2 to Betty, and I cannot give 2 to Alice, right? Then I'll have to give 3 to Betty. So 2 and 1 and 4 are not possible, right? So only possible ways is 2, right? Similarly, if I let us just say we have 4 candies, right? And since A should be positive, B should be positive, and A should be greater than B, then the ways to distribute these will be something like this, right? 3 candies to Alice, 1 candy to Betty, and if you say 2 to Alice and 2 to Betty, that will not work. And if you say 1 to Alice and 1 to Betty, 3 to Betty, that will also not work because A should be greater than B, right? So there is only one way to distribute these candies between Alice and Betty in this case, right? So if you think about it, let us just forget about the condition A greater than B for a second here, right? For the in the given first example, the total ways of distributing will be 4 and 1, 3 and 2, right? And 2 and 3, and 1 and 4. Right, because each of the two sisters should get at least one candy, so these will be the possible ways to distributing them. So what we are saying is, we are saying A should be greater than B, right? This will be true for half of the situations, right? Right here, if n is odd, then this will be true for the half of the situations, right? If n is even, then there will be one corner case where both of them will be equal, right? Because we are just checking for the strictly greater than condition, so we'll remove that part as well. So essentially what we are trying to do is, we are trying to find the mid element, right? If you think about it, we are trying to find out the middle element in case the number of chocolates is is odd. If it is even, then we will subtract 1 from the middle element. That will be the number of ways in which we can distribute the chocolates between the two sisters. Okay, so I hope you got the gist of the approach. So the approach looks something like this, right? For each of the element we'll see if it is divisible by 0. If it is odd, we'll just output the middle element. If it is even, we'll output the uh, the element which is just one lesser than the middle element, right? So let me just see. Accepted, right? So that's about it. So I hope you like the video. So I would really urge you to go through the question and try it on yourself. Try to come up with a solution by yourself. If you are really stuck with the approach, then please go to the first part of the video where we discuss the approach, and then try again. If you are still stuck, then only come to the solution. I would really urge you to try the question by yourself, because that is the way we learn how to code, right? So thank you, thanks a lot for watching.